You don't have the right to complain about something in your life if you're not actively trying to change it. There is an expression that says, what you're not changing, you are choosing. If there is something that you're not happy with, and you know that this is something that you would like to change, but you are not actively taking the steps to change it, and are still complaining about it, and saying to your friends how unhappy you are about that situation, and using it as an excuse for your growth, or lack of growth, then I don't think you have the right to talk about it. Whatever you are not changing, you are choosing. If there is something you are not happy about, you need to change it. It is not just a fix to your problems. It is a responsibility, a lifelong responsibility. If you have issues in your life, it is your responsibility to start working to fix them. Because it supersedes you. When you have problems in your life, you can be stressed. You can be tired. And subsequently, you are quite stressful to be around, quite tiresome to be around. It doesn't just affect you. It affects your mum. It affects your dad. It affects your friends. It affects your girlfriend, who has to put up with you in that state. I want you to start seeing you fixing your problems as not just good for you, but also good for the people around you. Because sometimes fixing our problems for ourselves isn't a strong enough motivation. We all know that there's areas of our life that we can improve. And we all know that that's going to be good for us. But 9 times out of 10, it's still not enough for most guys. The idea of improving your life is still not enough for most guys to take the necessary steps. So when you factor in how you improving your life will benefit the people you love and care about, that's where most guys really start to improve. That's where most guys really start to switch on. So understand, you improving your life is a responsibility, not just to yourself, but a responsibility to the people you love and care about. Stop complaining to your friends about your problems that you know you could fix, you know you should fix. You are not very good company to your friends. They are noticing patterns within you that you are complaining and moaning and whinging an awful lot about problems that they know deep down you should have fixed already. And because of that, they're not able to talk about their problems. They're not able to confide in you. It's the same with your girlfriend. She's seeing you complain and moan about all the difficulties you have going on. But she sees very clearly that a lot of these difficulties are self-induced. And in fact, quite easy to fix. She also sees, however, that you are not taking the action to do that. And that makes her feel like you are not a trustworthy individual, that you are not a person who could deal with challenging situations, because quite frankly, you're not displaying that within your actions. Bad things happen to guys who talk about their problems but have no intention of fixing them. People withdraw from these sorts of men. I made this mistake previously when I was a little bit younger. I didn't really understand the importance of really fixing your problems. Not just for yourself, but for other people. And I would whinge, maybe about my physique. When I was a little bit younger and I was getting into the gym, I would say, oh, I'm not getting the progress that I want, and I don't feel like when I look in the mirror I'm that confident. I want to look better, I want to be stronger, I want to be less fat. And I would have friends who were in better shape than me tell me, well, the formula's already there, Alfie. What you need to do is you need to train more, eat less, and when you do eat quality foods, drink lots of water, and train hard. Now, maybe I'd do 2 or 3 of those things, but I wouldn't take the full advice. And then I would complain. But I didn't really have the right to complain because I wasn't following the plan. I wasn't doing everything necessary to improve. Now, eventually I got the message, but a lot of you guys are still here. And a lot of you guys are a lot older than I was. So you need to have a conversation with yourself. If there is something that you're not happy about, you have a responsibility to fix it. If you don't fix it, you're going to keep experiencing the same thing over and over again. And your friends and family, as much as they might love and care about you, are going to grow tired of your excuses. You are going to grow tired of your excuses. You are going to command less respect. Because when people know that you could change something, but you are not choosing to, and then they hear you complaining about it, it's not a very good look. It's not something that commands a lot of respect. It really isn't. People might give you a bit of sympathy. The first few times they hear something, they might put an arm around you and say, oh, come on, man, let me try and help you. Here's something you could do. Here's another thing you could do. They'll try and give you a bit of advice. But the 3rd and 4th time they hear this, most people think, what is this guy talking about? Why is this guy just saying he wants to change and complaining about his lack of progress, but not really doing anything? People distance themselves for you because your words don't coincide with your actions. And that in and of itself is the definition of untrustworthiness. Somebody who goes against what they say with what they do. So look, what you are not changing, you are choosing. If there is something in your life that you want to change, but you are not taking the appropriate action to change it, you are choosing it. It is your fault. If you can change it, you should change it. Not just for you, but for all your friends and family who hear you complain all the time, who hear you moan all the time and gripe all the time. They're sick of it. They're looking at you, seeing what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, and they're thinking to themselves, this guy just talks about wanting to change. This guy just complains about how he can't change, but he never does anything to change. And you wonder why your friends are getting fed up with you. You wonder why your partners are losing respect for you. You know, your girlfriend's looking at you thinking, come on, get it together. And I know this is harsh messaging. I'm sorry that it's harsh messaging, but it is the truth, and nobody else is really going to tell you this stuff. You know, you're watching this video right now, and I can say this to you. You know, this isn't going to go any further than me and you, but I'm being honest with you. You've got to stop bullshitting yourself and coming up with excuses to justify why you are not performing to the level that you should be. Coming up with excuses to justify your slow progress or lack of progress. What you are not changing, you are choosing. You must understand this. If you have things that you are unhappy about in your life going on right now and you are complaining about it and you're not doing anything to change it, that is a choice. And you must change this, because if this attitude doesn't change, it will stick with you. It will stick with you. Habits are built over time. Now that can be a good thing or a terrible thing. If you maintain this behavior and this mindset and this attitude, whereby you are complaining and moaning all the time but not really doing, this will carry on. And the older you get, the firmer your beliefs become. If you think something for 20 years, it's hard to shake off. And this is a very, very restrictive belief system. It's very, very hard to get out of. So shake it off now. If you want to be successful, you want to have lots of money, you want to have a nice life, a beautiful family, you want to have great things, you want to travel the world, you want to have a successful business, I don't know, whatever it is, a good career. This current model that you are operating under is not going to help you achieve success. You must be honest with yourself. You must stop making excuses for yourself. You must stop complaining about problems in your life that you could change. When you make this switch and you stop bullshitting yourself, the path to success becomes much clearer. Much, much clearer. You realize that you do have the power to change your life. You do have the power to fix the problems you are going through. You just need to take the first step and get going. If there's something you're not happy with, it is your responsibility to fix it. Whatever you are not changing, you are choosing. Look, gents, I hope you took some value from this video today. If I've pressed any buttons, it's not meant intentionally. I'm saying this stuff today out of love, out of care, out of respect. I wish I heard this message a little bit earlier. But ultimately, I hope that you've taken some value from this video and that going forward, you're going to start fixing some of those issues that you've said you were going to fix and actually start making some changes, or at least turning things around and fixing the things you don't like. If you did take value from this video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel for much more from me, and comment your thoughts down below. I'd be really pleased to hear what you got to say. And look, if you are interested, I run a free men's Discord community. There's over 25 guys in there right now making great progress, both personally and professionally. And look, if you're a young man on a mission looking to improve those aspects of your life, it's a no-brainer. The link's down below. It's absolutely free. And look, if you are interested in hopping on a one-to-one coaching call with me, the link is down below in the description of this video also. All you got to do is click the link, book yourself a slot, and I will see you on the other side. Look, guys, thank you for your time and your attention, and I will see you in the next one.